All right, folks, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Boy, it was a rough weekend for Duke sports fans. Uh, for those of you that also watched the football game against Carolina on Saturday, that was basically won and lost and then lost, and another robbery there, so to speak. Boy, that was something else. So it was hard to go from Friday night where you almost had that game and then Saturday, and you're just like, oh my God. Anyway, here we are. We need a bit of a pick me up tonight. It's not quite Wednesday, so we're not quite at the hump day, but maybe this is a good way to usher in the back half of the week, shall we say. Chris Hand, welcome in. And good evening to all the Duke fans. We've got the privilege, I guess, of going to bed early tonight, at least if you're on the East Coast, by having the early game, which might actually start on time. Maybe. So we'll see. Anyway, Michigan State are the very well-known opponent, I suppose, at this point. Both teams basically returning their entire starting lineups from last season. I had to make very few changes to the scoreboard between Duke obviously, but also Michigan State. They basically return all five of their starters. And so I had thought we had played them last year, but it wasn't. It's the year before that. And so I still didn't have to make any changes really. Orlando, welcome in. Oh, Duke. The Duke women's basketball is also playing. Interesting, having overlapping at the same time. That's kind of odd. Speaking of poor shooting, Michigan State has been shooting poorly of late here. Uh, the live stream of the football game. Nice, Chris. Yeah. Michigan State is shooting 6.5% from three on the season so far. They've already lost one game to James Madison, which is much worse for those keeping score at home than losing a game to a top, now number 3, Arizona. And yeah, basically 2 of 31, I believe, is 2 out of 31 is the Michigan State three-point shooting. So while we have had our own three-point shooting woes, Michigan State has really had it here in these first two games. However, since we've shown up on the floor with, there's players with Duke on their chest and blue uniforms, we all know that Michigan State is going to shoot over 60% from three tonight because that's just how it's going to happen. So I suppose just like let's just keep an eye on that stat. Welcome in, Jason. I'm pretty sure the Discord should be going. Um, I expect the game should start pretty soon. They said that we were going to get tip off here, not too late. So Duke 7-5 coming into tonight here in the Champions Classic. Didn't go so well for us last year. However, it has gone pretty well for us against Michigan State. We've beaten them three times in this event, so 3-1 technically, but all games rather decided by 10 points or fewer, which is kind of a very similar situation to the one we were in against Arizona, where all the games against Arizona and Duke had also been decided by 10 points or fewer. So we may have another one possession game on our hands here going down the stretch tonight, as if 2 in a row wasn't enough. Yeah. And so welcome in, everybody. We're getting ready to roll. And yeah. I'm pretty sure that the starters are the exact same as they've been throughout the rest of the season. I didn't see anything different, at least not when I was looking up the Duke Twitters. So let me just double check that. Anyway, some reason the Duke Blue Devil is on the floor. Apparently, he wanted to take the tip. It's a bit of a different feeling when it's not Krzyzewski and Izzo. I feel like Jon Scheyer is much taller than Izzo compared to Kay. I feel like Kay and Izzo were kind of like the same height. John's got like half a head on him. It's kind of funny. We do have a hell of a team. I mean, this is one of the most talented teams in the country. It's just like, it might not always come together like early on in the season, which is kind of, I mean, it's a little odd considering that like these guys, there's only one real, well, there's one big difference, which is Derek Lively, and we got pretty exposed in the paint, especially on the offensive rebounding. I mean, Arizona in that first half pulled in 11 offensive boards, the vast majority of which were when Filipowski was on the bench with 2 fouls. Like, there just is no replacement. And, like, Ryan Young was completely ineffective. I mean, we like the kid, but, like, unfortunately, you got to call it like it is, even on your own team. Like, just completely ineffective offensively and defensively in that game. So, like, we are definitely missing the second option down low in the paint. I mean, like, Mark Mitchell isn't like a tree, right? Like he's good and he's athletic and he's strong, but like he's not Derek Lively. There's no like that rim protection and especially that rebounding. So basically, it seems like if the opposing team can take Filipowski out of the rebounding game, then like the chances of them getting a rebound just go up dramatically because there's just no second option for us. But that is the unfortunate reality of the situation. Perhaps until like Sean Stewart or TJ Power like come on. But then right there, right on cue, is the first shot for Michigan State from AJ Hoggard, which is a 3-pointer. So the 6.5% shooting is out the window right on the first possession, exactly as we had imagined because the Duke team showed up, so they actually have to play. As Filipowski shot there from the right corner, the mid-range J was pretty, and that one goes down. But it's almost too poetic. Yeah, the center for Arizona, Ballo. I mean, we did sort of get him into foul trouble, but like not really. We just can't get anybody into foul trouble. It's never been a strength of ours. Nice little pull-up J there, and that's not going to go, though. That was Tyrese. Comes up just a little too strong there, right at the free throw line. Either that or McCain. Either way, it's a little weird. I thought it was a little weird that we're actually the away team because we're higher ranked. So I would have thought it's a nice little screen and roll there by Sissoko, although he gets rejected by Filipowski, who blocks it in from behind. Great help defense and recovery there by Flip. Proctor going to give this up to Mitchell and then Roach. Flip really fighting for position. He kind of seals it down low, and Roach gets stuck, and that's a turnover. He should have gone up, tried to reverse, but it got a little complicated for him. And Tyrese, beautiful transition defense, and actually Michigan State's going to come up empty on this one. Great hustle play by the Aussie. You love to see it. He went straight up there, didn't get the foul called on him. This is a very early game for Chicago. I'm pretty sure it's like 6 o'clock there. The stadium looks absolutely empty. This should be a dunk. I don't know why Filipowski didn't dunk that one, but McCain's 3 is a brick. What? All right, we'll take another look at the 17:35 mark. That was just bizarre. I don't know what Filipowski was thinking on that one. The turnaround little J, no good. Well defended by Mitchell. That's out of bounds against Michigan State. Good. Yeah, that's actually. I didn't realize Proctor actually got a hand on it on the Sissoko one. Milk and Oreos for pregame. I had some yogurt. I had some yogurt and granola. I had to like run back from work here because it's still super early for us on the West Coast, and then got a little yogurt snack. Filipowski's gonna hoist from 3. I don't know about that one. McCain tries to sky in for the rebound. It's a one and done for Duke. There was a lot of the one and done stuff for us the other night too. Just bad defensive rebounding, bad offensive rebounding, not as much ball movement. We've got Hall in the corner there. That 3-pointer doesn't go. Proctor weak side rebound, and his Duke is off and running. So at least Michigan State has continued to miss there. Mark Mitchell gonna get called for a charge. He was a little too forceful. Keon, welcome in there. Keon in the house, welcome in. So they got the actions going early, and then nobody's been able to score for the last 2.5 minutes. I don't really know about this. Maybe this is a charge. He does lower the shoulder. Okay, Michigan State can't hit that shot either. At the outside, the three-pointer, nope, they decided to decline that one. And it's actually just going to be a steal. Good pick of the pocket there by Reese, who was calling for it, but Roach is going to travel. Roach is going to travel. As I thought he got away with it there for a second, but the ref was all over it. Well, I was expecting a little bit more scoring here in the first 4 minutes. This is, I mean, the crowd is asleep and looks like both teams are asleep too. That shot no good either. Michigan State comes down with the offensive board, and that's a charge call against Fears. I believe the freshman guard there for Michigan State. And that's it. Actually, that's the first 4 minutes. There we go. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess we can. I don't know why it's not going. Yeah, it should be working. Okay with the start so far, feeling out the process. I don't know. It just seems like you would have hoped. You would have hoped after the game there, like after the loss, for us to come out with a bit more energy. Like you're playing a top 15, well, no, top 20 team, let's put it. That was this was supposed to be a top 5 matchup, right? Like, but neither team held up their end of the bargain. I mean, Michigan State started at number 4, yeah, 4. Duke started at number 2, and then we both proceeded to lose one of the first 2 games. I mean, Michigan State blew it right off the bat, and then we did a little later. And so here we are with the non-top 5 matchup. ESPN was kind of really feasting there because they were going to be like, "Oh, we got Kansas and Kentucky. That's another top 25. They're going to go back to back with them." Yeah, both teams. I don't know about the shots not falling. Well, the shots haven't been falling for Michigan State all season. Apparently, that's the thing. Ours have been okay. Ours have been okay. Okay. Hold on. I've never actually met the entirety of the Duke basketball team. I've only met them in pieces. It's typically how it works. They're never all in one place together, unless it's like Cameron, or like literally on the floor. All right, McCain. Oh, no, nope. Actually, deflected by Michigan State. Ah, okay, we're good. All right, we're good. All right, let's figure this thing out. No, actually, yes, one change. Stewart in for, yeah, this should be a dunk. Oh my goodness. Stewart in for Mitchell and he travels. The hesitation move. I actually thought that was pretty good. That was actually a really good sort of like pump fake. I just don't really understand how he traveled with it because he did dribble the ball afterwards. Like, went a little too fast there. You saw Shire play in high school? Well, I saw him play in college. I was there. I mean, he was a student while I was there. Great defense, actually, on Sissoko by Filipowski to not get a foul on that one. Very well done. There's a screen by Flip, and no, actually, the pass is going to be denied as by Fears, as Fears will finally break the scoring drought. Fears gets 2 points, and maybe now the game will open up a little bit. Yeesh. The points, of course, unfortunately, coming off of a Duke turnover. Stewart to Roach, and now we've got Caleb Foster in, and Foster turns it over. It's back-to-back Duke turnovers here. And Fears is going to hoist 3. That's no good. And Filipowski down with the rebound. So I don't like that. That's 2 turnovers in a row. Filipowski and Roach in and amongst a bunch of freshmen as McCain hits the deck, but it's actually going to be called a foul on Tyson Walker, the second team foul for Michigan State. Actually, Roach gets 1 turnover, and then Foster gets 1 turnover, so it's like the senior guard and then the freshman guard. All right. Caleb Foster's got to get this outside to Proctor. Yeah. All right. The Proctor shot no good, though. I don't actually mind this shot at all. That shot just didn't – it was like one of those that didn't go down. I think that the dribble penetration by Caleb Foster was actually really good. The kick out to Proctor was wide open. This just goes back to, like, we haven't hit wide open shots. Oh, that should not be it. That's a charge. Oh, it's a travel. Okay. Let's see. Maybe because of the jump. I don't know. I actually thought McCain was in pretty good position as far as the help defense goes, to be honest. Foster's trying to look for options here. Right now, Michigan State kind of threatening to like triple team Filipowski, and he will get the 2 points. Nicely done for Kyle. Oh, I just realized my screen doesn't go. I cut off Philip. Oh, I cut off a lot of people. What? There we go. My sizing is all off tonight. I don't know why. Crazy. Whoops. Craziness. There we go. Duke 40, Columbia. Is it 5 left in the third? Okay, well, there's plenty of time there. Is that game in Cameron? Oh, yeah. So the live reporting from the United Center confirms the suspicion that the stadium is 20 to 30% empty. One of our guys, one of our moderators, actually, Eric Russman, is in chat. He's in chat every now and then. He is there in person tonight. Seems he is up in the rafters though. He's a little far removed from the court, so he did not get the expensive seats. Flip will go to the bench for a bit of a breather here as Mark Mitchell hits 2 free throws, and it's 7-6 Michigan State. Good D by Proctor. Now number 25 on number 25. It's Hall on Mitchell. Mitchell's gotten the better of this matchup, but Hall gets him here. And Malik Hall with 2 points. It's 9-6. I guess I have to flip the... It's really throwing me that they flipped who the home team and who the away team was. And it's not by ranking. This is a wide open shot by Roach. There you go. Nice shot, Roach. 9-all. Come on, boys. Ooh, wide open shot here for Michigan State. The three, yeah, no good. Okay. And that's actually a foul against Cohen Carr, who came in flying. I think fouled Jalen Blakes there, and that's the under 12. All right, so we got to flip them. How are we going to do this? We're going to do it 3-2-4-1. Okay. Let's do it this way. There. Let's do that there. 3 for Roach. 2 for 1 foul. Okay. And now we're good. Archangel, welcome back. Oh, if the sound is playing and the screen froze, I don't know. I cannot fix that. That is, I cannot fix that one. I am not in control. I get help on that side of things, but I am not in control of it. Dukeman's, oh, SoCar. Soccer is 15 seed, but gets first round bye. Nice. Yeah, I thought it was, I think it was it field hockey that I saw that is actually also doing pretty well? Women's field hockey? I guess there's no men's, but like, I thought I saw on the Go Duke website that field hockey was also up in there, doing pretty good. All right, 3-3. So I did not realize that this Hunter Dickinson over in Kansas was a transfer. I'm just glad we're not playing Kansas tonight. Had enough of that one. Splits. There we go. Actually, Duke only has 1 foul. It should be 1-3. 4. Carr's got 2. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good here. All right, 9-all. Teams are kind of like, we've been settling into this thing. Michigan State's 3-point shooting is still abysmal, 1 of 5. Although still better than their season average. If the game ended right now, they would... What? Oh my God! They got Mark Mitchell for moving on the end line. Oh, on the baseline. Come on. Can only move after a made basket. 6 turnovers for Duke. My God. And we've played 8 minutes of basketball. Ugh. Ryan Young trying to put a body there on Carson Cooper. At least results in a tough shot. You know what? I could see that being a very easy like mistake to make, right? Especially when you come in after a timeout and you accidentally move on the end line. I feel like the coach needs to like remind you that that's a no-no. That's a travel. That's a travel. Caleb Foster just dribbled himself into nowhere. Okay, Duke women Field hockey is still in the NCAA plays number 2. Yeah, has won their last 3. Yeah, okay. So I was right. I thought it looked. What I had read was that they were doing pretty good. So that is the truth. That is true. So call it 7 turnovers so far, man. This is like the anatomy of a messy Duke game. High turnover margin, low scoring. Jumper there, no good. Rebound to Michigan State's Cooper. And the 3-pointer there by Akins goes down. I was about to call him Atkins, but that was not right. So there we go. So they're now 2 of 6. So Michigan State has doubled their 3-point makes for the entire season in the span of the first 10 minutes of the game. Foster gets caught and travels. No, Roach gets caught and travels again. And that's turnover number 8. My God. What is happening? Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is painful. Wow. Michigan State has taken 17 shots? We've taken 8. It's like not even close. We're only down by 3. Travel? No? Okay. 3-point Michigan State. I had no good there. McCain comes up with the rebound. Is he going to just drive this in here? Screen Filipowski? No. He's trying to get it to Ryan Young, who just needs to turn around and lay it in. Thank the Lord. Ryan Young, finally. Finally, man. Finally. All right. Turnover by Michigan State here. So, I mean, both teams are just like trying to give this thing away. You know what? Just despite the fact that we have given it away so many times and taken so few shots, it's actually not terrible to only be down by 1. Just in a like percentage basis, if we can get shots up, like we should be okay. That's a lot of dribbling there for Proctor, and it just doesn't end up in anything off the rim and rebound to Michigan State. Oh, another turnover by Michigan State, and Filipowski's got this one running. McCain is calling for it. He decides to step. All right. And he will go to the free throw line. 8:27 to go. Jeez, man. The crazy thing is this Champions Classic is almost better quality when it's the actual first game of the season. Like, right? Remember 3 years ago when we like the whole like Kentucky, maybe it was more than 2-3 years ago. The Zion one where we blew out Kentucky, like and even the game against Kansas last year, I feel like was also this similar sort of like really high number of turnovers, really sloppy game, just like very inconsistent basketball. Filipowski's only 1 of 2, and he's got 5 points here, but that does tie up the score. 5 points, 2 boards here in the early going. It's almost score like a football game right now. Is McCain? No, that 3-pointer is no good. The closeout by McCain was late, but the 3-pointer doesn't fall. I can't tell right now if we want to actually try to speed the game up or slow it down. I'm sort of in the middle on this one because there doesn't seem to be any established like offensive rhythm either way. There just seems like Filipowski's just dribbling a hole into the floor here. It's a nice find on the cross court pass. And Filipowski gets called for another foul. That's his second. The only 2 fouls on Duke are on Kyle Filipowski, which is actually quite a scary proposition at the moment. 7:41, and that's the TV timeout. It's like tennis when fans look right and then left. Yeah, because of the turnovers. I mean, like I said, I don't know if these teams want to try to speed it up or slow it down right now because neither of them is really playing in any sort of comfort zone. I mean, Duke is shooting 36%, and Michigan State is shooting 26%. They're shooting 2 of 8 from 3, and we're only 1 of 5. Like, our best shooting percentage is the free throw line where we've made 3 of 4. It's like, I don't know. There just isn't much, let's see, scoring, shooting, split box. Yeah, so 11 rebounds for Michigan State and 9 for Duke. Like, statistically, it's honestly not that terrible. And the score is tied, but like, you're watching this game and you're just like, wow, this is a mess. Like, Nick, welcome back. You haven't missed anything. Literally, you haven't missed anything. Dude, I have friends texting me. Why is it that we can't shoot threes well? I'm like, man, Justin, like, we haven't been able to shoot threes since last year, my friend. Eight turnovers for Duke, 6 turnovers for Michigan State. Let's see. How many actual possessions have we had? If we... their possession stat? It's hard to tell just based off of the number of shots taken because you don't always end up taking a shot on the possession. One of the most boring basketball games. I mean, I think both fan bases would tell you the same thing. Like, you were just like, wow, we're playing terribly. Like, there's no other way to sugarcoat this one. It's just objectively bad. Let me see. All right, so let's do it. There's been 30 shots. There's been 30 shots taken, and there's been 14 turnovers. So basically, like, for every other shot, there's a turnover. 1 of 2. They need to fix the turnovers or watch 3 road course races. Look, the current trend, Michigan State with 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes and 7 seconds. I mean, I love it. It's kind of funny. I think we just laugh at. That's another. That's another one. That's an offensive foul against number 1, Fears. Oh my goodness, that's the what 5th? 6 should be 6th foul actually. 2 for Fears, 2 for. I missed 1. 1 on Walker. Tyson. Yeah, Tyson Walker. I had that one. Hogard. 11. There it is. Yeah, 6. At least, yeah. I know we're not going to play our best in November, but like Michigan State isn't playing their best on this one either. So let's see. Proctor going to drive in. That was a bit of a reach-in foul on number 11, and that's going to be, whew, that's no good by Jalen Blakes. And we have a foul actually. They got a foul on number 15 from Michigan State. Carson Cooper there. And that's going to send Ryan Young to the free throw line as Filipowski is going to come back into the game despite the 2 fouls here. But he's got to play smart. He's got to play smart. This is a 1-on-1 for Ryan Young. And it'll go in. That one really tried to not go in. You know, maybe Ryan Young just is gonna have a game here, because There's the whole like, oh my god, the free throw shooting was horrific. He played for Northwestern. His biggest, if I recall, his biggest game at Northwestern was an upset against Michigan State. I'm pretty sure is how the story goes. So it's like, is it like Caleb Love in like Arizona going and playing Duke? Maybe there's like some Ryan Young going against playing Michigan State like storyline here that we can capitalize on. I'm being very hopeful right now. That's a good. Oh, just turn around and take that one, Flip. Now they're the double team for Michigan State out to Proctor. It's another open three, but that doesn't go. The tip out by Blakes, nicely done. Back to Proctor. Now Roach has it. As Filipowski's going to try to post up on the opposite side. Michigan State just kind of sagging. Now they almost bring the triple team and Ryan Young off the glass. Oh, what a beautiful find by Flip. We'll review that one at the. Let's review that one at the intermission, and they're going to call Filipowski for another foul. That's 3. Wow. No, it's 2. 2, 3, 2? What? Oh, I guess the other one was called on Mitchell. I thought. All right. I don't know what the hell just happened. Oh, Proctor. Proctor fouled on a jumper. Okay. All right. Free throws in and out, though. Who's the head coach at Michigan State? Tom Izzo. The offensive board. Oh, yeah. Offensive board off a free throw, man. They've got a 4-point play potential on this one. All looking for Fears here. No, sorry, that's not Fears. That's Walker, and that's in and out. And that three-pointer still doesn't go down as Foster comes down with the board. And now Proctor over to Mitchell. Mitchell has a clean left side here. He can drive this. They're going to call that a foul, actually, on Hall. You know what? If you're going to win the game, you're going to win it from the free throw line. Sure, I guess. Why not? I'm sure, why not? Oh yeah, Timothy calling out the Bobby Knight. Yeah, that happened a little while ago. I think that happened right before the season, or right as the season was kicking off, right? Yeah. They'll probably make a Bobby Knight classic. Would be my guess, and invite Duke to go play in it. Duke versus Indiana in the Bobby Knight Classic or something like that. Yeah. I mean, I honestly didn't think that there was enough here to be a foul as we're watching this. Like, I don't know. I mean, you call it out. Like, what do you think, chat? Is there enough? There's contact, but there's like, I don't know. And now the refs have to go to the monitor to decide who to actually put the foul on. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems just kind of silly. You're like, well, there was a foul somewhere in there. Sort of, maybe. I don't really know who it's on, but it's just there. At least Mark Mitchell makes the first. And makes the second. All right, so 2 for Mark Mitchell there at the free throw line. And it's gone dark on me here as the sun is setting on the West Coast. Duke by 3. Oh my gosh, they're going to call that and 1. Okay, as Hoggard just comes around on the curl and Roach gets called for that foul. I don't see that. I don't see a foul there either. Why? The ball don't lie. The free throw's no good, and now there's just like ticky-tack fouls being called, and that one's another one on Hall on the rebound. Like, unnecessary to call, but like we had the rebound anyway. There's just like no need. It's a 1-and-1 for us, but sure, like. Yeah, Tom Izzo is also upset about this. I sort of agree. Like, the game has like no flow to it as is. The refs aren't helping. But we'll keep shooting free throws, so I guess okay. Yeah, sometimes you just got to win from the free throw line, I guess. That's good. So Mark Mitchell has made the last 4 points for Duke, all of which are at the free throw line. Actually, the entirety of his 6 points are all from the free throw line, which is kind of hysterical. 19-16 is the score right now in favor of Duke, as Cooper gives this one to Hoggard, and now Cooper is just going to be wide open on the cut. Boy, we got completely lost defensively. Just terrible communication. Foster trying to get a start here, cut off on the baseline. Good help defense there by Michigan State. Duke's got to reset here with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Top of the key with Young. And Proctor going to get into the paint. Turnaround, really tough jump shot. Short, actually. And Michigan State out and running as Foster tries to disrupt that one. Extra pass, and it's Hoggard for 3. That's in and out, actually. Lucky for us, because that did, at least it hit the inside of the rim for Michigan State. Roach, there, Proctor now for 3 from the side. Yes! Finally. It's got a basket, it's got a lid on it. That's a big swing. Michigan State was about to pull ahead here, and then we're able to make this a 4-point lead instead. Pass outside here, Michigan State another 3. That's no good, and Ryan Young's going to come down with that one. That was Booker that tried to take that 3 from Michigan State, and they're shooting 2 of 12 right now, 16.7%. And Mark Mitchell thought about the 3 now. We'll drive it into the paint. Going to go into 2 Michigan State defenders, and that's an and 1 for Mitchell. There it is. Duke by 6. Okay, so what happens on this play here? So let's get the pen out and figure this out. Where are we? All right, so 5:31. Okay, freeze it here. So pretty sure. So, okay, so Cooper's going to be the one that ends up getting. Okay, yeah. Cooper's going to be the one that ends up getting this basket. He's right here. So he's with the ball. And then you've got, let me make sure. Yeah, Jaden Atkins here, who's going to come up and get this ball here. And I'm pretty sure. So Roach is kind of on an island at the moment, right? He's got his guy down here over, that he's got to guard. But now he's also the only one in the paint. So he's like playing way off his guy. He's basically saying that Hoggard, no 3-point threat, but he's the only one left to defend the paint. He's sort of stuck in no man's land at the moment. And then if you roll this forward, the switch here. All right, so there's the screen. And okay, I know what's going to happen. Ryan Young is just going to not. Okay, so there's the switch here, and both. So Ryan Young switches off on Hoggard. Roach does not go to Cooper, and then he's just like wide open. To be honest, I don't know if I would have switched this one just because there's such a height discrepancy. Like, even if Roach came down, he would have still been like they may still make this pass, and it may still just result in this dunk. But this is a breakdown defensively. like Roach should have told Ryan Young to like stay home here, and like they're just not on the same page. Yeah, they're just not on the same page defensively on that one. Oh yeah, Timothy. No, we don't do the Formula One ones anymore. Yeah, the FIA was pretty strict cracking down on that one, even though we weren't doing like actually anything wrong. It was pretty much like this, more of like an educational sort of like, conversational back and forth, but like I don't know, they weren't having it. We've opened up a little bit of a lead here though, to be fair. Like this game was horrendously this was just atrocious when it got going. JBJM Trip Kyle Right. Oh, I'm trying to read what they have on the board there. I think they were writing down the assignments. Yeah, so I mean, basically Jay is going over the. It's like these are wide open. These are really good threes. I'm like, yes, Jay, they are very good threes. We just talk we talk about it all the time. How like Duke is taking these like open 3-pointers, but just not hitting them, which is fine. You should just keep taking them because eventually they'll go down. But does Jon Scheyer even yell? I actually don't think so. He's a very like even keeled sort of guy. I don't think Jon Scheyer is. Remember back in the day. So, Chad, if the ones who've been watching college basketball for a while remember this. Back in the day when coaches used to wear the suits with the jackets, like you would have like the incidents where the coaches would like rip the suit jacket off, and that was like, oh wow, you knew like they were mad. Like Coach K did it like several times, right? And then like he would coach, like the team was not playing well in the first half. He would like take the jacket off, and then he'd come out in the second half, and it would just be like the white shirt, no jacket, right? They're just like, that doesn't exist anymore. Nobody wears the jackets anymore. After like COVID killed the jackets. It's unfortunate because that was a good part of the showmanship. The suits, yeah. Now you can't really tell if like the coach is angry. Like what's he supposed to do? Like take off the quarter zip and like throw it into the stands? It's like not the same effect, right? Like you can't recreate the Jim Boeheim going crazy in Cameron with like the jacket flying all over the place. Like that was like one of the first memes back in, that was like when the whole like, internet meme craze was going off. That was like a Jim Boeheim moment. It doesn't happen anymore. Oh man. All right, you got three freshmen, Proctor and Mitchell here with McCain, Foster, and Stewart. Oh, wait a minute, that's a travel. Jared McCain. Oh my goodness, buddy. There's no way. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my goodness. Maybe do you even get away with that in high school? I don't know. Like maybe the refs in high school just don't call anything. We need Skylark to confirm. Maybe you get away with it at the next level too on the NBA, but like in college, no, it doesn't work. Great block by Sean Stewart from behind, actually. Great effort there. Great defense by Mitchell and Stewart. I mean, he's trying. All right, this is the switch. We got an open man here. Oh, they just lay it in. They do just get that one. Yes, Carr just gets that one to beat the shot clock. So it's 25-20. That does beat the shot clock, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no. Actually, upon further review, what do you think? Freeze it. Freeze it. That looks like a shot clock violation. That looks like a shot clock violation. Wipe it out. Wipe it out. That is 27-18. 2:26 to go here in the first, with Duke opening a 7-point lead. As both teams, I'm not even sure I'd say both teams have settled in. There's just like something has happened here. Something is going on. Another the clear outplay for Ryan Young, who ends it right back to Foster, who might have a lane to the basket. Settles actually for a really tough shot. Caleb Foster knocks one down. Nice shot. Actually, that's one of the ones where you're like, no. Okay, never mind. Duke by 9. Michigan State responds there, trading baskets with Tyson Walker. He's got 4. And the margin goes back to 7. Oh, Mitchell should just take this one himself. Up. Good. Oh, no, he traveled. Too much dribbling. He hesitated. He got to be stronger with that one. What is that, 10 turnovers now in the first half? Boy, 20 for the game would be really depressing. Maybe it's 11 too. Atkins being played by Proctor here, and there's the switch, and this is a wide open shot in the corner. That's no good. It's too long is the three-pointer. Get on the floor! As Sissoko, that Proctor's going to come up with it out of the scrum. Why did the ref even stop that play? It is Duke ball on the alternating possession, but like there was no need to stop the play. I mean, Proctor had it. Yeah, so the foul trouble, well, okay. I'm missing a couple of fouls on Michigan State, but we'll get it. Proctor going to go from the free throw line. He just kind of wills that into the basket. 5 points for Proctor now, 29-20. You always wonder why they wear mouth guards. Hey, basketball is a contact sport. It's a physical sport, okay? I mean, I've tried to guard my brother when he's like just playing practice and he's hit me on the chin with a forearm, and I'm like, yeah, I wish I had a mouth guard there. Like, gotta protect those pearly white teeth, man. Parents don't send you to the orthodontist for nothing. 30 seconds now. Roach thought about the three, now takes one dribble to the left, and he gets fouled. Wow, he gets fouled on the shot by Holloman there. Michigan State foul, and Roach will shoot 3. Opportunity to take this to double digits by halftime. Again, I'm not really sure I saw a foul here. Why? Also, Stephen Curry made wearing mouth guards cool for basketball, so it's like it's totally fine. I honestly wonder how many he's chewed through. 2 for Roach there at the line. He's got the third one coming up. You know what? I'm just going to be optimistic and say I'm going to give it to him. Yeah, that's right. We got a Friday game, actually. 6 Eastern? Actually, I'll be on the East Coast. That's fine. That's okay. Nope. Okay, Mitchell there with a rebound, actually, and he's going to go up and, ooh, deflected by Michigan State. Good block, actually. Give credit where it's due. That was nicely done, and we got a timeout, Michigan State, as they will have 17 seconds here left when they come out of it to get the last play off. Duke currently by 11. Despite how poorly the turnover situation has gone for the Blue Devils, we find ourselves up by 11, closing in on halftime here. At least from our standpoint, the foul trouble is very manageable. Filipowski is the only one, and we've actually managed to do very well with him on the bench, right? Filipowski went to the bench, and Duke went on. That's a heads-up play by Michigan State, and not so much by Mark Mitchell because that ball gets poked out from behind. Mitchell should try to go recover it and then still score. If he lets it go out of bounds, the clock will expire. All right, what's John say? They have to keep up with our defense. Well, yes. I feel like Shire actually gives like way more of an explanation than like if that was Calipari or well, Calipari, never mind. Calipari likes to hear himself talk a lot, so he'll just like ramble. But like if that was I don't know. Certainly if it was what's the Popovich, that would have been a very short that would have been very, very short. Okay, so he'd be like, well, what happened was, I mean, look, he's basically just said, look, our defense has been playing good. Yes. Our offense needs work. Yes. But we just got to stay with it. I mean, look, the stat was that Duke had outscored Michigan State on a 12-2, or maybe we just ended up just like actually hitting shots. Let's take a look here and see if we can make heads or tails of what's going on, though. So, and of course, give me your opinions, because let's try to figure this thing out together. I mean, again, one of the interesting things we said at the beginning, right, was that like Duke was shooting about 45, 46. Well, it's a little under that. But Michigan State had put up twice as many shots. Remember, there was a time in the first half we said, well, Michigan State's put up like 17 shots. Duke has put up like 8. And it's a 2-point game. And you're like, well, okay, so then the answer really should be like, we just need more shot volume, which is true, but like the stats are just so weird. Like both teams have made 9 field goals. Okay. Michigan State has shot 11 more shots. And actually both teams have hit the same number of 3-pointers. Duke is 2 of 8 and Michigan State is 2 of 13. The difference is the free throws. It kind of goes back to also when we had pointed out that Mark Mitchell, remember the game was tied, I believe it was 20-all. Mark Mitchell goes in and he goes 2 straight possessions. He gets to the free throw line. He makes all 4. Duke goes on a 4, like a silent 4-0 run. And you say, well, Mark Mitchell's got 6 points tonight. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Like they've all come from free throws. And then we were like, well, I guess we could just win this game for the free throw line. I mean, that's literally what's happening. I just don't understand. I don't know if that can last is my thing, because I mean the total rebounds, it turns out we're actually out rebounding Michigan State. This is a flip from the other night against Arizona where we got absolutely trounced on the boards. And then the turnovers, look, the turnover story has sort of canceled itself out. We said, yeah, Duke's got 10 turnovers, but here's Michigan State with 9 turnovers, so the game is ugly, but the game is ugly for both teams. the game is just ugly for both of them. And so in this sort of like quagmire of mediocrity, in the first half, the differentiator is the free throws. Personally, I thought a lot of the fouls were sort of ticky-tack fouls. I don't know. I mean, personal fouls here, you have 11, but that's just me. You got 11 personal fouls for Michigan State and 6 actually. Foster, Roach, there, 6 for Duke. If that flips, if that turns around in the second half, then maybe it's Michigan State at the free throw line taking all those free throws, although they've missed the only 2 free throws, which were and ones, by the way, that we put them on the line for. So they really haven't helped themselves out even in the slightest. Offensive rebounding for Michigan State still being at 6-2, but it hasn't really but they haven't converted into anything. Because the second chance points, well, they have 3. So basically they either hit an and one or they made a 3 off this. I can't quite remember. But if you have 6 offensive boards, really you could get 3s, but let's just say you got 2s off them, so that's 12. But the most you've made back is 3. So you're really not making anything out of your second chance opportunities, right? If you only score 3 points, then you probably could have had something closer to like 6 or 8. Same thing on the turnovers, though. Neither team is capitalizing at all, right? Duke has 6 points off of 9 Michigan State turnovers. Michigan State has 5 points off of 10 Duke turnovers. And granted, there's only 2 of them that I can remember here in this first half that came on like live ball, right? There was the Roach one, the pass got intercepted, and then actually no, the one right after that by Caleb Foster, he was caught traveling. So that wasn't a live ball turnover either. So at least we've limited the live ball turnovers, but you're essentially making half a point off of off the opposing team's turnover. Like, you're not punishing them for turning the ball over at all, outside of the fact that you just seem to be taking more shots, but your field goal percentage is so bad that you're not hitting them anyway. So it really doesn't matter. Points in the paint is actually pretty even. The assists, it's 7-5. This might be sort of the best stat that we have to be actually happy about, other than hitting your free throws, because hitting your free throws is winning basketball one way or the other. 7 assists on 9 field goals. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, but it goes back to the idea that in order to be able to score on Michigan State, you got to move the ball. And there's been some plays and some shots where we have moved the ball but haven't scored, and that's fine. That's going to happen. But overall, not bad. Not bad for Duke being able to move the ball there. So this stat down here, lead time. Duke actually hasn't led as long as Michigan State. Interesting. Proctor 2 of 6, McCain 0 for 3. Mitchell with 3 turnovers. Roach with 3 turnovers. This is so uncharacteristic of Roach with 3 turnovers here. And only 2 assists. Proctor only 1 assist. The other interesting, I think the one thing to call out, I think, from the Arizona game, I was seeing on social media that the people were saying that Proctor didn't really play well in the Arizona game. I actually disagree with that. I actually thought he actually played very well. I mean, he had 8 points, and I think he also had like 5 assists, which was something around there, which is like a team high. So I actually thought that was okay. I'm very okay with point guards having more assists or as many assists as points. I feel like that means that the offense has some rhythm to it, that it's free flowing, that people are getting, that you're able to find people, you're able to enable them, you're breaking down other defenses. A point guard that goes out there and just gets 20 points on his own, great, maybe the team wins, but It's not going to win consistently, I don't think. Anybody else think we got screwed the other night against Carolina? Yes, Timothy. We went over this at the start of the broadcast. We absolutely got robbed. They should have reviewed that was it a fourth down? I can't remember if it was a fourth down, but whatever the play was, the receiver went up and came down with it. It should have been either an interception or an incomplete pass, but that was not a catch. And like, I was actually surprised that we did not challenge it. And I was pretty sure you could challenge in college, but maybe not. Maybe I misremember that. Because we had timeouts. Like, I know if you lose the challenge, you lose the timeout, but like, just so Wacko Matt could be remembered. Oh, and May. Yeah, May. Like, whatever. Guys, if Daniel Jones can't make it in the NFL, May isn't going to make it in the NFL either. Thanks to Steve Spurrier, Mac Brown has 13 in a row. I didn't understand where that stat came from. That's like, well, that stat was what, like Duke losses in Carolina or something? Anyway, I was like, that's such a weird stat because like the coaches change and everything, and I don't know. I was not feeling that one. We beat Carolina in the 89 on their field badly. We took the team to the scoreboard and took a picture of it in, and after that, Mac Brown hasn't lost since then. I see. Receive respect, give. Yeah, Carolina fans do not have any. There is nothing. There is nothing over there. I don't even know what goes on in their heads. All right, that's pretty much it for the halftime. We're gonna get back to it pretty soon, actually. Trying to think of any other cool stats that I came up with during the. If I have any. What other cool stats have I got? Oh, I thought this one was a kind of a crazy one. So I don't know why this stat matters, but it's kind of funny. So apparently we're 8-2 in the United Center, which is where we're playing today, and like I suppose like there's your home court and there's like the away stat, but like I feel like just some random neutral site. And also, like, Duke does very well at Madison Square Garden, but like, yeah. The other sort of randomness fact is Duke is a perfect 9-0 when playing on November 14th, and part of me wonders whether that's because we only ever play really bad teams on November 14th. Granted, like, if you recall, this game used to be earlier in the season, right? It used to be game 1, and this time last year, like, it was also game 2 or game 3, and then this year it's game 3. But yeah, apparently we've never lost on November the 14th, which is kind of silly. Carolina can lose to a team at the Canadian border. When UNC falls, it'd be on the highest stage. It's worthwhile. It's almost like you're. It sounds a lot like the Dallas Cowboys and their fans. Oh, gross. What did I do? It's like you prop them up and then they fall flat. One UNC fan told you it was your duty to hate UNC. I mean, to some extent, that's true. You're certainly not supposed to like them, but usually when we do half times, we'll say, well, for a team to really get themselves back into it, they really need to speed the game up, or like they need to start hitting some threes, or like improve on the rebounding. This one, I just don't know. Like, I guess if Michigan State starts hitting threes, then they'll get themselves back into this. I thought our defense was actually pretty good, although there were just some missed shots by Michigan State. So, like, the game could be much closer. Remember, no Duke Michigan State team of the last in the Champions Classic here has ended to be by a margin of less than 10, and we're at 11 right now. So this would be a first if we actually won by this margin. Nice, Chris. All right, let's see it. Flip back in. The first thing that Michigan State came out and did was hit a three. At which point we said, oh boy, it might be a long night. But they haven't done well since then. And we have a whistle? Oh my goodness. All right, we got a whistle on McCain. That's his first. All over to Hogard here. Atkins looking for it. And Sissoko trying to post up Filipowski. And we have another foul? What is happening? Oh. Five seconds here for Michigan State to shoot. 4-3. Atkins with a terrible shot, and that's going to be off the hands of Michigan State, as we're just going to take that one. The Discord stream might be frozen, but like I said, I can't do anything about it, so it is what it is, unfortunately. You might be able to ping in Discord, but I can't. I'm not doing it from here, so. 3 by Duke, no good. There we go. Why? Man, the sizing on this thing is just totally off. Sizing on my scoreboard's way off. I think I'm using one from last year. Well, Michigan State on the run out gets an and one, but actually can't convert. So they've missed all 3 of the free throws, all 3 of the gimmies. Would have made it an opportunity to bring it closer here, but still 9-point game. So basically Duke holding it at arm's length with plenty of basketball to be played. McCain trying to force it baseline here, gives it up to Roach, and then Proctor. And Proctor, yes, off the dribble, nicely done. Proctor being able to create his own shot there, lays it in, nifty move. Just beat his man right off the dribble there. All right, now court pass to Hall. The 3-pointer does go down. That was wide open as Hall hits that one. And 33-25 is Michigan State trying to claw their way back into it. Now the lead's 8. McCain trying to get it back. That didn't look good. That was long when he launched it here, and it's an opportunity for Michigan State. If they score here, we need a timeout. Up top to Sissoko, and Sissoko stuck down low. Good D by Filipowski. Thankfully, the ref decides to hold the whistle there, and nothing. Proctor has to get it, back outside to Flip. That's a wide open 3-point shot in the reverse. Oh my God, he just can't hit. It's wide open. There's nobody within 10 feet of him. Oh. That's just crazy, man, as Mark Mitchell gets called for a foul, and Hall will go to the free throw line. Nobody within 10 feet of Filipowski. It's so open. It's like layup line open. It's actually 3 fouls for Mark Mitchell. Yeah. And Michigan State finally makes a free throw. And they actually connect on both of these here. So that's a 6-point game here for Michigan State, as that's going to get the Spartan crowd up and going. All right, we need a good answer here. Roach, oh, beautiful feed to Filipowski, yes. I actually thought he was going to shoot it, but the assist to Flip was even better. It was a much better decision. That's a forced shot, but it goes in for Tyson Walker. Wow. Still a 6-point game here, and Filipowski's going to try to go on Cooper. Filipowski going to force it. Cooper blocks it, actually, and Flip gets it right back. It's 15 seconds here. No, did not hit the rim, so no reset on the shot clock. Screen there now to Filipowski. Extra pass to Proctor. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Got to make it happen. 5. Proctor going to shoot 3. That's short. It's not a bad. It's a pretty good shot off the screen. He had space. So Hall on Mitchell here. That doesn't go, but the offensive board and the putback to Atkins. 4-point game. Yeah, and there's the timeout. Yep, there's the run. There's the Michigan State run. So Eric is saying, driving kicks don't work if you can't hit the shot. I'm trying to see where is it? Oh, I think it's here. Nope. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and yeah, you're starting to get nervous. Like, this setup is quite good over here. Freeze it. Ball hits the paint. Look at where the Michigan State players are. Like, there's a line here of 2 and a line back here of 3. Like, I mean, how big of a circle do you need? Like, Oh my. This is so open. Actually, he had two options. He could have put it down here to McCain too. There's two Duke three-point shooters open. McCain's probably the better option, but Filipowski can definitely hit this, and it's just no. Oh my god. I mean, Proctor never saw McCain on that play, but like, it's so open. It's essentially in transition, drive, kick, like you couldn't draw it up any better, and the shot doesn't. You just don't punish him for it. It just doesn't go down. It just doesn't go down. That is sad. So yeah, so now we're in a 4-point game. The classic line Chris has been around. Yeah. I don't. Ugh. And there's like nothing to fix that, right? Because like the only thing to fix it is to actually hit the shot. Because the play is exactly what you would want. And actually, we were complaining about coaches not wearing suits. Calipari showed up in one. I wonder if he actually comes out in a suit. Yeah, Malik Hall here with 7 points in the second half. He had 5 in the entire first half. He's got 7 in the first 3.5 minutes. So you got Foster, Young, Filipowski, Proctor, and Roach. They're trying to play the two bigs here. Ryan trying to send a hard screen, and Filipowski is going to go shoot for 3 again, and that's short, but Proctor with the rebound puts it right back up. Still no good, and Michigan State fighting for that one. And here, Michigan State with a chance to bring it within 2 or 1. Could be a single possession game here in a second. You knew Michigan State wasn't going to go away. No, Duke dodges one there. That shot should have gone down, I think. Oof. It was a pretty good look. You know, Foster's, I feel like, really been struggling to like make decisions. The ball kind of like he gets the ball and then it just kind of gets stuck in his hands. He's not really being decisive. Now he's just going to settle for a 3. Okay, never mind. Short. I guess it's just unassisted points. Go for it. Like, if you're just in there for the unassisted points, create your own shot. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's just the game. 3 of 14. Actually, both teams shooting 3 of 14 from 3. Hall on Filipowski. Stay vertical, flip. Stay vertical. Oh my gosh, Hall hits that one. Gets it up there, with a hand in his face, by the way. I thought Filipowski did pretty good there. Pretty good to not get a foul called. Pretty good to make it a tough contested shot they had to go over. Dude had a hand in his face. Nice shot by Hall. You can't defend it that much better, honestly. Or they're Proctor trying to go up top to Ryan Young. Oh, what a pretty feed! And 1 for Proctor. Let's review that one. 14-29. That was pretty. As Tyson Walker gets the second one. Yeah, this is real pretty. Hold on, rewind here for a sec. This is the play before here. So there's Hall. Okay, there's Filipowski. This is pretty well defended, right? He's got the arm up. He's got Hall stepping back to try to take this up and over, and the hand in the face. All right, nice shot. I mean, That goes down. That is what it is. And then this shot here. All right, so this is where it's going to start. Get screen here. Look at Proctor. Proctor is, where's my pen? Proctor is going to drift over into this angle. Ryan Young on the pick and roll will cut. And Foster's going to end up going right here. All right, so there's the, well, he tries, but he trips. All right, there's the late roll after the trip. He's clumsy about it. And then gotta work on the guy's footwork. Now he's going to try to feed the post down low. There's the cut. I mean, Walker just kind of gets lost on the, I don't know. Proctor fakes him out. And then it's a great move by Tyrese, and it's a better pass by Ryan Young, honestly. That was real pretty. That was really pretty. Welcome in, everybody. We've, I guess this is technically the under 16 timeout because we had John Shire call one earlier, so Duke actually only has 3 timeouts left, and I'm pretty sure the possession arrow is Duke because Michigan State started with the ball to start the half. Personal fouls, Michigan State should be 2. Sissoko's got 1. That's correct. Yep, and Duke's foul situation is right. Okay. So Michigan State got it down to as close as 4, and Duke has then re-extended the lead back out to 7. Proctor with a chance to make that 8 here at the line after the foul on the beautiful cut, and this will be the and 1. I agree. I also agree we should get rid of the alternating possession. It would be far more entertaining to just jump it, and I don't know why we don't. Other than the excuse I've heard is the refs can't throw pop or jump balls, but that's like, that doesn't seem to be like a student issue. But like, you know, in the NBA, if there's a height disparity, there's a height disparity between the two people that were fighting for the ball, right? It just like ends up, I just don't, it seems like such a bizarre rule. Oh, that's almost a turnover by Michigan State, and it should be. He stepped on the end line, actually. And that's Walker with the turnover. Oh, the pup is finally awake. Hey, buddy. Gonna wake up for the second half here. That's interesting. He stepped out of bounds, but then he didn't have the ball when he did that. I thought that was odd. High screen and roll there by Filipowski, and that just, oh my goodness. Roach just dribbled himself into traffic. He dribbled himself into a triple team, actually. Cooper up and over Ryan Young. No, rebound to Filipowski, and he gives it right back to Caleb Foster. Ryan Young was trying to call for the play deep there in transition. Sorry, Ryan, not happening there. Proctor around the edge there. Foster for 3 from the same spot. He hit one earlier, and Caleb Foster has drilled another one. Oh. Michigan State with Atkins gets 2 right back. So we get excited there for a second, and Atkins goes and strikes right back. Caleb Foster here heating up. Yes, the heat check is Foster now, guys. 10. Oh, and Filipowski lays out for it. Great effort. He ends up in the front row for it, too. Yeah, that's a big Caleb Foster 3-pointer right there, actually. He really likes that spot. That's 2 in a row from that same exact position on the court. He's actually starting to really feel it. That mid-range jumper is a very shot you take when you feel very confident. He hasn't missed so far tonight, 4 for 4. Best of the guards, actually, in shooting at the moment here with 10. Although Proctor also has 10. Filipowski hasn't hit double digits. That's a charge by Hall, as that's his third. Nice. And that's another turnover for Michigan State, as Duke now has the lead back to 11, which is where we were when we hit the half. It's a pretty easy offensive foul call. I don't know if you're why you would complain about that one. Even as a Michigan State fan, you got to be like, yeah. It's kind of hard to knock Filipowski over. He's a pretty big dude. 7 foot, like, what, 230-ish? Oh, Filipowski with some fancy dribbling, and he's going to get fouled. Is that on Hall? Oh, they're gonna count it. It's a goaltending. Ah. All right, so this is on Malik Hall. Oh, I see why. Okay. So Sissoko misses the block and hits the backboard while the ball is on the rim. Yeah, any contact with the backboard is like thought to disrupt the motion of the ball, right? So you could have said, well, the shot might have gone down if he hadn't hit it, if he hadn't hit the backboard. Yeah. I don't actually agree that this is a foul on Hall, though. Like, Hall looks pretty vertical. His hands do not come down. I agree it's a goaltend. I do not agree it's a foul. If I was Izzo, I would also be upset about that one. The refs might hear me. Whatever, man. It's like just wait till we get the ACC refs in Cameron. It won't matter. It'll be a travesty. It'll be just a disaster, like it was last year. We'll take it. We'll take it here in the non-conference, but man, as soon as we get into that ACC season, those refs are going to be all over the bad calls. I don't know if we'll have to see if this season, if the refs can top last season's bad terribleness of the ACC, as Filipowski misses. Why does he get 2 free throws? Isn't it just and 1 because of the goaltending? 1 of 2. Oh, okay. They waved off the goaltending. All right. Weird. Hoggard has it, being guarded by Proctor here, and Hoggard's trying to go right. Good D, and Hoggard will hoist. I think he settled for that shot, honestly. Michigan State came down with a rebound after, and Atkins scores. He just takes it away from Filipowski. Oh, man. Did NC State women beat UConn? Oh, we'll have to check. Maybe that was men's. Which would also be a bit of a story, because I'm pretty sure UConn is like up there, and NC State definitely not. Filipowski in and amongst 2 Michigan State Spartans gets knocked down. No foul there. There's the makeup call. And Hoggard outside, and that one does go down there to Tyson Walker. All right, so Michigan State with a big 3-point shot. All right, guys, we need an answer. Although our best shooter is not on the court right now. Our best shooter is Caleb Foster, and he's not there. Oh my gosh, Filipowski gets blocked as he tries to go up, and he gets hacked, and he just lays it in off the glass. Flip is in double figures with 10. That was probably the hardest shot he's made all night. That's a travel! What? Oh, great steal by Caleb Foster. Get it up ahead. Roach to Proctor, back to Roach. Roach is going to hoist for three. Not quite. Hit every part of the rim 3 times and then didn't go. Foster should have just accelerated and taken it. It was a great theft. Oh, Proctor on the floor, and Foster comes up with it as it's back-to-back turnovers for Michigan State. The second time this half that Michigan State has gone these back-to-back turnovers. Now they have 12, and Duke only has 11. Actually, both teams doing much better from the turnover situation. Is Foster with the putback? Oh, the fingertips off the missed Filipowski three-pointer. What a heads-up play by Caleb Foster, who's got 12 to lead the Blue Devils. Timeout, Izzo. So, let's think about this, chat. Every time Duke has needed a big bucket, Caleb Foster has delivered tonight. This is like the coming out party for Foster. This is actually it's a big time game, or it's a prime time game in an early game matchup against a top 20 team in Michigan State. Foster's making a name for himself. Oh man, Filipowski just so much strength. Just puts that up. I gotta hand it to the kid. Foster is making a name for himself tonight. Let's check it. 5 of 5. Yeah. 5 of 5 shooting. 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. 3 rebounds. He's got 12 points. Yeah. Actually, Malik Hall on Michigan State is 14. I was about to say he leads all scorers. Not quite true. But Hall's on the bench right now with 4 fouls. Foster with 12. Proctor with 10. Filipowski with 10. And actually 7 rebounds. So Flip is threatening a double-double right now. And nobody else is really close on the Duke side. Actually, Proctor's got 5 boards. He's the second highest Blue Devil. Atkins has 7 on the Michigan State side. So now Duke firmly in control of the rebounding margin as well. Duke really hasn't taken that many free throws in this second half. Remember, going back to the first half, we were 11 of 14. And now we're 13 of 17. So we've only taken 3 opportunities at the free throw line in this half, and we're halfway through that half. So, like I said, I'm not sure if you can rely on the free throw line to carry you all the way home. We talked about that during halftime, but the other parts of Duke's game have also sort of started to come to life, mainly because of Caleb Foster. We've hit 2 more threes in this half. Even though our shooting percentage is still horrific, 4 of 17, but those have been big shots, and now we're 17 of 39. So Foster definitely making it happen. He's also had at least 2 steals. Although I'm not sure if you scored that last one may have been scored in favor of Proctor, because he was kind of the one that initiated it, but Foster did end up coming up with it. So oddly enough, both teams have played it to even, right? It was the difference was 11 points going into halftime. The difference 10 minutes after the start of the second half is 11 points, even though Michigan State has really made a game of it, and they've tried to take this thing down to 3 or 4 points. But it's even. It's all even here with 10:16 to go. The other good piece of news for us is that Filipowski hasn't gotten into any more foul trouble. He's got 2 fouls. Actually, Mark Mitchell is the one in the most foul trouble with 3, although he's now back on the court. Michigan State has not brought Malik Hall back on. Number 25 for Michigan State, still on the bench here with 4 fouls as Hoggard tries to go in, and he will body up Proctor, and Proctor will be called for his second. 4 team fouls for Duke. Inbounding here from the baseline. And there we go. Walker in and out. Cooper with the rebound. And keep it with the Spartans. Cooper. Cooper really hasn't done much. I mean, Filipowski's and Mitchell have kind of kept him at bay. 12 to shoot here for Michigan State. Walker step back with the jumper. Oh, that's big. Walker has hit some big shots for Michigan State. He's got 12. Oh, I've got some points off and some like I got to give Hall more points apparently. He's got 14. I don't know why. Filipowski trying to body up one-on-one here. They clear it out for him. We see this so often, and then he tries to feed it down low to Mitchell, but it's intercepted. So the Duke turnover, now trailing by 8. Michigan State can go on a bit of a run if it wants to here, and if it makes a shot. Hoggard trying to call out or tell Cooper where he's supposed to be. Here's Walker. There's the screen by Hoggard, and there's Walker with the alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Filipowski just comes up, and I don't know if you actually need that. Feels like overhelp to me. As Michigan State has brought it back to within 6. Ryan Young going back to check in as Foster is going to shoot for 3 again, and that's a brick. That's his first miss. No. Michigan State here with another opportunity as they're trying to seize the momentum of the game. The 3-pointer by Walker after the crossover. Oh, timeout. And Michigan State has come out with 8 quick ones, and it's a 3-point game here. They've gone 8-0 in the last 2 minutes. Wow, we just got totally blitzed. We were actually looking... Guys, we were looking pretty good. What the heck? Wow. Wow. That's not good. I mean, we're up 11. We've given our lead away now like 3 or 4 times. And one of them we're not it's like Michigan State is threatening to just not let it go back, like give it back. They've just Michigan State has made its own mistakes here that has actually kept us in. As soon as they start turning the ball over, they stop turning the ball over. And of course now they're trying to make 3-point shots too. Classic Michigan State. Sick Hooper senior guard. Yep. Telling you, man. What did we say? Michigan State was 2 of 31 coming into the game from 3. 2 of 31. They're 6 of 17 now. Shooting 35%. Yep. Because Duke showed up. They haven't had to show up for anyone, man. Oh, God. What was the other thing we said? That no Duke-Michigan State game had ever been determined by less than 10 points? 11 was apparently too many. The game wasn't going to end that way. Oh, dear. This should be down to 2 timeouts. Let Foster lead the way. I mean, Foster did just miss one. That would have been a crazy shot. If Foster had come back and he hits that shot, They say, okay, we're stabilizing. He would have bailed us out for like the third time tonight, but he couldn't do it. And so here we are. He is not on the court right now, and neither is Filipowski getting a breather. I am not sure about this lineup with McCain, Proctor, Roach, Mitchell, and Young. I guess Ryan Young just runs into Roach, and Mark Mitchell gets bailed out as he was about to turn it over in the Michigan State foul. Keeps it with Duke. Oh, yeah, the reach in. Well, I guess he lost it because Hoggard reached in. All right. That'll do it. Duke still refuses to put Filipowski in. Proctor going baseline, gets caught. Mitchell, one dribble. Oh my God, he almost. Wow, Mark Mitchell, come on. You don't need to play with our hearts like that. What? That almost rolled off the rim. Just dunk it, man. He's like falling backwards. Oh my goodness. Ryan Young has also had to come out of his shoes, man. He reminds me, he's like starting to remind me of the Plumleys. Just like very poor footwork. Very clumsy looking. Owen Carr, short. Rebound Duke. No, rebound Michigan State to Carr. Actually just gives it away to Proctor. Shire, I think, wants them to go. And no, the transition opportunity completely spent. McCain over to Mitchell, over to Young. Over to McCain. McCain and Jared. No, from the Duke bench. Cooper. That's a foul. That's a foul, Jared. I mean, he's trying to go for the steal, but that feels to me like a bit of a frustration foul. Like, McCain just hasn't been able. Was he 0 for 4? 0 for 5? 0 for 4. Yeah, 0 for 5. He's 0 for 5, and like, yeah. Flip back in here. It's 7:08. And Malik Hall is back in the game. And right, he's got 4 fouls, but we're not good at fouling anybody out, so he'll stay in for the rest of the game, would be my guess. And look, Michigan State has gone on this run without him. It's kind of like the opposite of what Duke did. Duke went on a run without Filipowski. Michigan State went on a run without their best scorer here so far in the game with Hall. Really tough shot by Walker, and it drops. Wow, 17 points for Walker, just going off right now. Woo! Man, he's got the feeling that he's like going to end up with 25. Mitchell denied trying to get it to Filipowski and gets, oh my gosh. One more foul puts us in the bonus. We can try to win this thing at the free throw line, but yeah, that's a foul. This is a good call. This is actually a good call. Yeah. Mitchell with the line drive. Got 12 so far. He's made 8 on the game. And he's got that one too. He's perfect from the free throw line so far with 13 points on the game. Come on, boys. We need to stop. We need a big stop. We need to close out the possession too. We need the rebound, the defensive rebound. And it's Hall on Mitchell. Mano Imano. Mitchell just backs him down. No, sorry. Hall just backs him down. That's 16 for him. I feel like Mitchell could be a little bit more aggressive. Well, he's got 3 fouls, actually. Maybe not. Still a 3-point game. And Filipowski on Cooper here. Filipowski can back him down. Filipowski trying to go up and under. Yes! In the end, 1. That's a big one. That's now Cooper in foul trouble here for Michigan State. Yeah, the shot fake gets Cooper up in the air, and as soon as the defender's up in the air, that is That is a really that's like a sophomore Filipowski play. I love it. That's really good. Whew. Filipowski completes the 3-point play at the line, and he's got 13. So Filipowski is 13, Mitchell is 13, and Foster has 12. Now Hogard over to Hall, and now this is Filipowski on Hall. Oh, that is such a cheap foul. Really? At least on like replay review. Whoa. Proctor gets hit in the face. Oh, okay. Oh, nice block by Filipowski. Roach actually can't keep it in bounds as it goes. Well, he can, but it goes back to Hall. And Michigan State, actually, Ryan Young will come down with the rebound. What a crazy possession. You have Proctor getting hit in the face. Filipowski blocking a shot. Roach trying to save the block from going out of bounds, letting it back to Michigan State, and then Ryan Young coming down with a rebound. All in one possession. Filipowski's going to try to drive in himself. No, Proctor, that's out of bounds on Michigan State. 4:58 to go. 8 seconds on the shot clock here. Duke by 6. Big possession, guys. Come on. Foster in the game. That I was going to say, Proctor's got a bloody lip after that one. It looked like quite a shot. Proctor, step back jumper, and he's going to step through it. Nope, that's a foul against Ryan Young. No, it's against Sissoko. Really? I thought Ryan Young pushed off. Hold on. What? That's a. Okay. I mean, I'll take it, but I mean, like, look, they let the contact to like. They let the contact to Foster's like face go, and then they called that one. Maybe that's the makeup call. I don't know. Duke by 8 with 4:42. We have a double team here. Okay. Now we're back. There's the screen. There's the switch. Now it's Walker. 8 seconds to shoot. Walker driving, good help defense there, but Walker actually just better. I mean, he's doing everything for Michigan State right now. Somehow have to get the ball out of Tyson Walker's hands. Filipowski and Hall fighting. Filipowski got to back him down, right? He's got 4 fouls. He can't defend you. Oh, that's one hell of a block by Sissoko. Good recovery there by Ryan Young. Outside to Proctor. That's not going to work. And then rebound to Filipowski, offensive board. Oh, he slips. No, he gets fouled by Sissoko from behind, and that should be the third on Sissoko. The shoes are flying. I don't know. Coach Izzo is kind of irate here. They're saying that Filipowski slipped. All right, hold on. Let's go back here for a second and see. All right, so they call this a foul. They call Sissoko for like putting the leg out there. For coming out and the bump. Okay, well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can see it. I can see it. Well, that'll be the under 4. Be right. One sec. Going wireless here as I get my dinner in the oven because I haven't eaten yet. So I gotta get my dinner going and then hit the gym after this. Dinner, then gym. Turns out I'm having a lot of rice tonight. There we go. It is what it is. All right. We're going to go down the stretch here. Duke by 6. With the 1-and-1s coming. Hey, bud. How you doing down here? Doing good? Being super lazy. Either way, this was not a pretty game. We may do enough here down the stretch to win, but I'm not proud of it. I will definitely take it. I will take the quad 1 win for seeding in the NCAA tournament. Let's just close this thing out. Whatever we do, get the ball out of Tyson Walker's hands. Do not let him take this thing. Also, Filipowski only with 8 rebounds. All right, at the free throw line. And he gets that one as it just dies when it hits the backboard. Four of 5 from 3. Yeah, in the second half. All right, Duke by 8. Oh my God, the free throw discrepancy is insane. 20 makes to 24 takes to 5. And it's Hall working on Filipowski. Hall trying to back him down 1-on-1. The tough turnaround jump shot. Hall connects. And it's Hall and Walker have just been going off here in the second half. 6-point game, 3:18 to go. You can play some clock here, but we need a good possession. We need a score. Filipowski, they're going to leave him with Cooper. There's the double team by Michigan State. Filipowski looking for opportunities, finds Foster down low, and that Foster with the huge shot! That is it! Beautiful! What a find by Filipowski as Michigan State brought the double team, and that is a huge shot for Caleb Foster. The rookie, the freshman. Duke by 9. Enormous. Oh, as Roach sells out for the steal. Hall. Over to Atkins. And then to Hoggard. 8 seconds for Michigan State here on this possession. They need a bucket. Walker going to put 3. That's no good. The put back there by Cooper doesn't land, and Ryan Young comes down with the board. That possession, that little exchange there may do it, actually. Let's see. We're going to slow it down. Ticket under 2. Still end up getting a good shot here, though. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Proctor with 5. Proctor over to Foster where he just hit it. Yes, and he hits it again. Oh, Caleb Foster is absolutely on fire tonight. Woo, baby! Was it one of you all in chat that a little while ago was like, Caleb Foster's gonna win us the game? So I read it somewhere. This is the one. Huge. Okay, so Duke has been trying to play this way all night, right? Get the ball into the paint, reverse the ball back out to an open three-point shooter. The problem is our three-point shooters can't hit, except if your name is Caleb Foster. That is going to ice it. Wow, what a huge shot. Caleb Foster. Woo! You know what? I will eat my crow. I thought of the two guards, McCain was farther along than Foster. I don't know now. I don't know. I feel like Foster, this game has been very, very, very good. Wow. So impressive tonight. So much poise. When we've needed big shots, find Caleb Foster. He'll get them for you without fail, and Roach gets called for a foul, and he tried to pick the pocket of Hall. I think we're going to get away with this one with a W. Minute 40 with 12, yeah. Man, it was touch and go there for a bit. It was touch and go there for a bit. Oh, Hall misses the 1-on-1. Filipowski trying to come down with the rebound. Michigan State actually recovers it. And Atkins. Now we got Proctor on a cheap foul, or Filipowski on a cheap foul. All right, well, chat. My player of the game is definitely Caleb Foster. I don't know if there's even a question. Standout stud tonight. Just fantastic. And Michigan State fought. Give him credit. Tyson Walker, Malik Hall showed up here in the second half. 18 points for Foster, 10 for Proctor, 13 for Mitchell, 15 for Filipowski. And Filipowski just throws it away. Wait a second here. 90 seconds in a 10-point game. Atkins with a crazy one, and they're going to call Filipowski with a foul. Yeah, I don't know why Flip, like, he can move, he can call timeout, like, just a giveaway. And now Michigan State with an opportunity to score with the clock stopped, actually. We might need another Caleb Foster three-pointer to put this thing away. So, folks, we will be back on Friday. Maybe. Probably. I have to rebuild a computer on Friday. We'll try it. We'll try it. But that's a 6 p.m. Eastern time. Assuming everything works. Yeah, Friday for Bucknell, which is back in Durham. Finally, we get like we get like 3 easy games, easing ourselves back into this Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure, and then we have a big game against Arkansas coming up too. All right, we have Arkansas and Baylor still as the big games before we hit the conference play. Cooper hits both free throws, and it's an 8-point game with 82 seconds left. Maybe it's just going to be the remember that the games are decided by 10 points or fewer. That's a foul on Cooper. Actually, Michigan State may be going with a fouling strategy here, although it is the double bonus. That, by my count, is the 5th on Cooper. Yeah, that is the final foul for Cooper, as Ryan Young will be at the free throw line. So yeah, I don't know what Michigan State is trying to trade here, because if you had the 1-and-1, you could trade like 1 for 3, but like I don't know if you're gonna try to start trying to trade 2s for 3s now. You're 4 of 5 in the second half on 3s. You've actually been shooting it very well. Ryan Young makes the first. And misses it. All right, so you are now trying to trade buckets here. If you can hit a 3, you're +2 for the possession. Oh, Ryan Young, that's dumb. That's a dumb foul by Ryan Young. But now Michigan State's going to score with the clock stop. Like, the game has hit like a malaise right now. Like, the game should just be over and done with. Michigan State trying to extend the game here. And Duke kind of being complicit in that. And Michigan State only 1 of 2 at the line for Tyson Walker. That does give him 20 points on the night, but it doesn't make the margin any different, as it's still 8-point game. Michigan State just had to play defense here. Play defense and try to score on the next possession. Then it gets interesting. Foster, it's out on Michigan State. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock here. No reset. Yeah, if you hit a 3, it gets interesting. Then you can actually, with like a 5-point game, actually have options. Roach is going to go with a baseline jumper, and actually your options just evaporated with Roach's baseline jump shot right there. That should seal the deal, and Michigan State misses. The Walker shot is off the backboard and wild. And Hoggard just gets called for a foul as he tries to fight Proctor for the ball. Proctor taking a... Filipowski actually jumping in on that one. Filipowski is kind of like, he's like itching for a little fight there. Oh my God, Proctor, come on, man. Yeah, 1 of 2. So poor 3-point shooting here down the stretch. Although that does give him 11. Walker, we let him score 22. And Duke's just got to inbound it. And we have a foul before the inbounds play on Walker. All right. I think we're going to pretty much call it there here. I don't know why Michigan State should just like wave the white flag and call this good. But they're not. So. I'll be very interested to see Kansas and Kentucky as well. I'll probably watch some of the second half of that, would be my guess. And Proctor is going to make both. Nicely done. Okay. This should do it for Michigan State, I think. Oh, Foster. All right, give Foster a block too into the stat score. He like ran right by Walker and then extended his arm and blocked it from like, he's got eyes in the back of his head, man. The dude's an alien. It's only a 2-second game clock, shot clock differential. Just like let him score. It looked like Holloman there, and Michigan State calls timeout. Why? I have no idea. 17.2 seconds to go. I guess Tom Izzo wants to say something. But as far as the Duke side of the ledger is concerned, I think that's basically going to be it. Caleb Foster powering Duke here, the Blue Devils, with 18 points on 7 of 8 shooting and 4 of 5 from beyond the arc with 30 minutes played. Really, really impressive. You know, McCain didn't have as great a game, only played 16 minutes, was 0 of 5, so like the tale of two freshmen on this one. Roach with 7, Proctor had 13, Mitchell had 13, and Filipowski had 15. So actually very balanced scoring, very different than the Arizona game where it was 25 points for Filipowski, 15 points. You basically had half the points coming from 2 guys. Here, much more balanced, actually, and 17 assists on 22 made buckets. Really the only buckets that I can think of that really weren't assisted were some of the Caleb Foster threes, and he just like ended up making that happen on his own. Outside of Caleb Foster, very poor 3-point shooting for Duke. Only, let's see, so Caleb made 4 of them. It's like 2 of 18, basically, outside of the Caleb Foster ones. Duke overall, however, did shoot 45% from the field, which is respectable, coming in from the 2s. The turnovers story, much, much better actually for both teams. Duke ends with 13. Michigan State ends with 13. So only 3 turnovers here in the second half for Duke and only 4 for Michigan State. And then the rebounding margin, Duke does edge out Michigan State by 2. So actually this game ends with a 9-point differential, 74-65. Again, no Michigan State Duke game being decided by more than 10 points when it comes to the Champions Classic. I really like the assists, though. The second half was much better basketball, even though it got from both teams. The second half was much better basketball. Michigan State actually won the second half 45-43, shot 53% in the second half and was 4 of 6 from beyond the arc with 7 of 10 from the free throw line. So the free throw line disparity kind of started evening out in the second half a bit more. We had taken so many free throws in the first half. We kind of like were able to build a lead off of that, and I think probably Izzo will have some words there in the post game if I was him on that foul situation. Some of them were a little iffy, but anyway, we'll take it. Okay. That's going to be it for us tonight. If you're on the East Coast, congratulations. You get to go to bed early because the game is over. If you're on the West Coast like me, you still have a bit of your night to go. So I'm going to be off to dinner. I will see you guys hopefully on Friday. I'll try to get everything ready tomorrow, and then we'll make it happen on Friday if possible. Otherwise, we will reconvene for the weekday game next week, which I think is a Tuesday game, I think, a week from now. Anyway, the before Thanksgiving game will definitely be here. And that's going to be it for tonight. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. If you're new here, please drop a follow. And we will see you on Friday. Until then,